Did you know that you have a purpose? Let's check it out. You see, God has a plan for you. They are plans for good and not bad, to give you a future and a hope. God saw you before you were even born. Every day of your life was recorded in His book. Every moment was laid out before a single day passed. We see examples in the Bible of people who didn't stay in God's plan for their lives, and things went so bad for them. Samson allowed his hair to be cut, and he ended up with his eyes gouged out and in chains, being a slave. But he came back to God, which allowed him to unalive more of the enemy than he ever did in his entire life. Jonah didn't like God's plan, and he ran away from Him. He ended up in a big fish, but he came back to God, and an entire city turned away from their sins and turned to God. King Saul didn't follow God's plan, and he ended up depressed, anxious, and tormented. He never did turn back to God, and he ended up unaliving himself by falling on his own sword. Judas didn't follow God's plan, and he ended up tormented, and he too unalived himself by hanging himself. Peter debated God on His plan to include the Gentiles in with His free gift of salvation. But he ended up doing what God led him to do, and many were saved, starting with those at the house of Cornelius. Paul was murdering Christians, and he had a radical moment with Jesus. Then he entered into God's plan for his life, and now we have his amazing letters in the New Testament. You see, to find God's plan for your life, all you have to do is just ask Him. Keep on seeking, keep on knocking at His door. For everyone who asks will receive, everyone who seeks will find, and everyone who knocks, that door will be open to them. So don't give up. Go running to the one whose thoughts about you are precious. They are so numerous that they cannot be counted. He will show you His plans for your life, which will lead you to live a victorious life in Him. Amen. Okay, guys, next I'll show you how God knew your gender, your name, and your purpose years before you were even conceived. All right, love you all. Bye.